Hey there, we are here for the February market update for Las Vegas, and it's going. So our numbers are kind of the same as they have been. I'm going to read them to you, but I have begun to notice giving you just the numbers doesn't really say anything. So if I can't tell you how it's going to affect you and what you should be doing with your home, it really does you no good. So I'm going to get a little bit more granular on what those numbers actually mean for you and your family. So right now, today, we have 5,166 single-family homes available in the market. And we have 2,533 that are under contract. So what does that mean? Well, every month, or every week, I should say, because those are weekly numbers. So every week, those numbers are coming down by about 250 because most of them are going under contract. So those 250 are going under contract every single week. So we are still moving some inventory, but we're not really getting a lot of people who are putting their home on the market to sell because you're looking at the numbers as if they've come down significantly instead of looking at the growth that was there over the past few years and that, yes, now prices have come down a little bit, but we're stabilized. We are in a more stable market than we were when prices were going through the roof. So what does that mean for you as a buyer or as a seller? Well, as a buyer right now, because we're a little bit balanced, that means you can get maybe some seller concessions. You might be able to get sellers to buy down your interest rate. You might get some things thrown in with new construction builders that you couldn't get before. I know for realtors, builders are being a lot nicer to us now than they were during the height of the pandemic when there were lines out the door of people willing to write contracts. So the other issue is with buyers is that a lot of buyers for new construction homes, let's just say you wrote a contract, I don't know, maybe 10 months ago, maybe a year ago, your home still isn't ready to be delivered. It's not finished being built, but prices have come down significantly. What can you do about it? We're seeing a lot of buyers who are canceling because if the builder doesn't bring that price down to where it is now, they're actually saving money by losing their deposits and walking away from that contract. Because in some cases, some of these prices have come down a couple $100,000. So if you're a buyer in that situation, you need to weigh whether or not you're going to save money in the long run by losing your deposit, because you will lose your deposit if you cancel on a builder. But does it save you money in the long run with now they're buying down the interest rates, now they're lowering the prices a lot? You have to weigh that out. But buyers right now, you have a lot of options, which is good. What I am encouraging my buyers to do right now, though, is if you are in the market to purchase, don't wait until everyone else enters the market when interest rates start to lower, because we still don't have the inventory to support all of the buyers who are wanting to come into the market. So we're in a holding pattern right now, but when everybody starts to jump in, we're going to start seeing, and we already are seeing, multiple offer situations, sellers offering less concessions, and people aren't getting everything that they're asking for because there are some buyers that are coming off the fence. But once the interest rates start to kind of roll back, you're going to see that all of those buyers are going to jump into the market and are going to actually start causing a little bit of that FOMO that we had going on during the pandemic. As a seller, what this means for you is that because inventory right now is low, your home is going to be seen more than once everybody starts seeing again. And it's that cycle, right? You see everybody getting multiple offers on their home, so now you're going to rush to put your home on the market. Well, not only are you rushing to put your home on the market, but so are a bunch of other sellers who have that same thought. So if you are looking to sell for whatever reason, if you're moving up, if you need more space, if you need to get rid of those stairs, if you need to have a mother-in-law suite for elderly parents or a college child coming home that you want that next gen area, if that is what your ultimate goal is, don't wait to sell your current home when everybody else is selling their home. Because if yours isn't the prettiest, if it isn't in the best location, if it isn't the shining star of all the homes that are coming on the market, now your competition is a lot more. And we don't want to have your home be competition. We want your home to be one of the best options that are out there. So a few little ways that you can kind of pivot your thinking, and always call me. We can chat. Do something where, we're looking at what's on the market now, how your home compares to those homes, and is there an actual number that you're looking to hit that makes sense for you to walk away with to put toward your next home. So just a few ways for you to start thinking just a little bit differently before the herd mentality kind of all joins forces. And now you're wondering why your home is maybe sitting a little bit longer because we had, maybe 500 homes come on the market. And now yours is just one of 500 rather than one of a few that's coming on the market gradually. So is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? It all depends on what you're looking to do. So are interest rates at a great rate that makes a lot of sense to you? I don't know. That also depends on how badly your knees hurt when you're walking up and down the stairs as to whether or not it makes sense for you to make a move right now. Another thing that I want to bring to your attention is that the Wall Street Journal just reported that by the end of 2020, there were more realtors in the U.S. than there were homes for sale. Let that sink in just a minute, because what happened was when the pandemic hit and all these other industries closed down, everyone ran out and got their real estate license, which awesome. This is a great industry. I think that if you have the opportunity to be in real estate, it is a great profession. The only thing is now you have a lot of brand new agents who don't have the experience that it takes in this kind of a market to get your home sold or to help you buy a home. So be sure that you're doing your research to see who the people are in that market that you should be entrusting this enormous purchase or sale with. People who, and I'm not saying brand new agents are bad, but you also have to look at the support. So Urban Nest, which is the company that I am with here in Las Vegas, we are the top selling brand in the state of Nevada. So our office is out of every 10 homes that sell in Las Vegas, our office sells one. So, and we have not that many agents. We have less than 500 agents in Las Vegas, and we are the highest producing office in the whole state. So just make sure that you're doing your research to find an agent that is going to do the job that you want them to do. The other thing that I really need to bring up that has been a hot button topic, and because it is so controversial right now on both sides of the fence, I'm going to do probably an 8 or 9 part series about it, but it is about all of the changes that are being made due to the water supply shortage. So I know that people who've lived here for a really long time, you know that Lake Mead is divided up into, we have our allotment, California gets an allotment, Arizona and Mexico get allotments of the water at Lake Mead that comes from the Colorado River. Well, if you've seen the bathtub ring around Lake Mead, you know that our water levels have dropped significantly. So our water authority really does have protections in place for us to be able to get that water. If we get past a certain threshold, California, Arizona, and Mexico all lose their rights to any water from the Colorado River at Lake Mead. But we will still get our water allotment. So I know everybody asks me all the time, is Las Vegas running out of water? The answer is no. And we have done our part to conserve and to ramp up those conservation efforts. So look for that series that will be coming out within the next couple of weeks so that you can kind of see how it's broken down, because it affects grass, it affects golf courses, it affects sewers, septic tanks. It affects pool sizes, fountains, just so many areas that it's really too much to get into for this monthly market update, but I just want you to be aware that it is coming out. So this one was a little short and sweet, but I just want you to have tools that you can use to make the best decision for you and your family, so that when you are deciding that it's time to make a move, that you know that you're going to get not the fluffy information that you want. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm just going to give you the information so that you can make an informed decision, because ultimately you are responsible for the growth of your wealth. And I really do think that right now is a great time for you to start investing in growing that wealth. And if you're like me, I have young kids, and I have older kids too, but I have young kids that I know if prices continue to grow the way that they are, my kids probably aren't going to be able to be first-time home buyers. Those price points are going to be out of their reach. So we're actually, as a family, looking to buy rental properties that either they can rent, my older kids, or that we can rent out, let that appreciation grow, let that equity grow. And then when the time comes for them to be homeowners, we have an asset that we can actually either hand over or take that equity and get them into their first home. So I really am here to support you in whatever way that I can and to help you grow your wealth through real estate. So I will see you next month. And in the meantime, if you do have questions, you can always comment below. You can always reach out to me via email or on social media. And you don't have to wait for the monthly update. I will get back to you ASAP. So until then, have a great February, and I'll see you in March.